Pandastc ASMR.
Hey, you okay? I know you said you needed a minute to get some air, but you've been sitting out here for a while. I really appreciate you coming over today, though. Yeah, there's no way I could have gotten all that yard work finished and opened my pool all by myself. Thanks so much. I feel kinda bad, though. You did pretty much everything yourself. I could hardly keep up with you. At least it's all done. It's like a huge weight off my shoulders. My parents and I would always stress out about opening the pool every year. The hardest part is all done, though. Everything is all cleaned up, the lawn looks great, we got the patio set all arranged, and the sun's just going down. We got done in record time. We make a pretty good team, don't we? I can't believe it's almost summertime again. Well, I know technically the first day of summer is June 21st, but the last day of school was usually the 10th. So that's always been the start of summer to me. Plus, that's when it starts getting really hot and I can break out my summer clothes. Summer's always been my favorite time of year. I have so many great memories with it. Yeah, it's the one time of year you can actually enjoy being outside all day without feeling like you're freezing to death. I love the sense of freedom, and of course, it was always when we had the most time to spend together. Really? You feel the same way? Aww. We used to live for the last day of school. I remember the calendar my mom always kept on the fridge. On the month of June, she would always write, "Last day of school," in all capital letters with a red marker and draw a little sunshine or something on the 10th. I think she was as excited as we were. It's crazy to think that we've been friends since we were 5. You used to come over to my house every weekend after school. We would run around outside and play. And I remember seeing my mom and your mom smiling at us and making a big deal about whenever we hugged or if we helped each other out when we fell. I guess they thought it was cute. Even in school, they couldn't keep us apart. We would try to get desks right next to each other and we would always sit together at lunch. Yeah, you know, I never really had any other friends besides you. People came and went in high school that I hung out with a little bit, but I was never as close with them as I was with you, or am with you. Same for you? Aw, man. Well, school had its lousy times, but it was always worth it when we got to see each other. Fridays were always such a big deal for us. We would both go back to my house right after school, try to rush through our homework as fast as we could, then we could catch whatever new episodes of shows were coming on that night, and then we'd boot up the old N64 and play for hours. Yep, I still have my Nintendo 64. It sits proudly displayed next to my Wii, GameCube, and my Switch. Oh, you know I've always been a Nintendo loyalist, just like you. That's what got us to become friends in the first place. You know, just talking about our favorite games, and when you came up to my room and saw my 64 on my desk, you were so excited. We played through all the classics together, even the single-player games. We got all 120 stars in Mario 64. We beat Paper Mario together. That one was so nostalgic, dude. And dude, remember when we beat Ocarina of Time? Yeah, we drew our own dungeon guides, we marked all the spots you could change the water levels in the water temple. Dude, that was such a pain though. It was so confusing, but we got to it together though. Do you still whistle the music? Me too! That game's soundtrack is iconic. There's so many great moments. Sorry, I'm kinda getting lost in memories here. Well, I guess you both are. Remember when we got snowed in when we were like 8? We were sitting in my living room when the storm hit and my dad was kidding with you. I don't think I'll be able to get back home tonight, bud. You might have to stay with us. Even though we lived right across the street from each other. That was so much fun spending the night. And then getting up in the morning, eating breakfast, and going out to build snow forts and have a snowball fight and go sledding. Summer was a big one, though. I think we spent just about every day of summer vacation together from grade school all the way up through high school. Swimming together, hiking at the state park, going to the mall or the movies, playing games, of course, or just hanging back here at my place like always. I loved our 4th of July cookouts too, and so did our parents, I think. I mean, I think our parents became best friends just because of us. Yeah, we did it all together, didn't we? So, well, since we're such good friends and all, and we know each other so very well, especially when something's wrong with one of us, you mind telling me what's going on? Come on, you know you can't hide anything from me. You're not going back inside. You're gonna stay here and tell me what's up, Doc. Cause I care about you. You were always there for me when I was upset about something. Now let me do the same for you. Well, you put your head down a little bit when I mentioned our parents. Is it something about your mom or your dad? Is everything okay? You're worried about them getting older. Yeah. I worry about my mom and my dad all the time too. You never really think about it when you're a kid. But once you get older, mortality kicks in and you realize that they won't always be here. I know, and it's scary to think about. You're scared of being alone. Me too. Ever since we graduated from high school, things got so much busier with work and life has gotten crazy. We haven't had time to see each other. It's hard to believe it's been over 2 years since we graduated. I missed you too. I mean, how do you go from having a friend you spent just about every day with to almost 2 years without seeing each other? I know people would tell us, it's just life, but it sucks. It sucks, dude. Aw, you thought about me all the time? I never stopped thinking about you either. It doesn't even feel like it's been 2 years. It feels like we just saw each other yesterday. Anyway, being lonely is pretty scary to think about. If you don't mind me asking, have you met anybody? No? So you don't have a boyfriend? Oh, come on, don't be so down on yourself. You're not a dork. Well, even if you are, you're my dork. And I think you're a great guy, and any guy would be lucky to have you, or be with you. Well, I said that because of the way you always treated me. Me? No, I don't have a boyfriend. I went out with this guy once, like my first year of college, but it didn't last long. He turned out to be a jerk. I'm starting to think that straight women have a point. Have you ever gone out with anybody? No? What? You don't want to ask a guy out? Why not? I'm sure you went to school with plenty of hot guys. You're not interested in any of them? Well, I'm sure you'll find somebody eventually. Maybe when you least expect it. Hey, what? Oh, okay. We're hugging. Whoa, are you giggling? What was that for? No, I don't mind, but why did you like me? Well, I like you too, buddy. We're best friends. Of course Oh, you mean you like me, as in more than a friend. A lot more. I honestly, I always felt the same way. I've always felt so comfortable with you. Whenever I was worried or upset, you always made me feel better. I felt so safe with you. I'd always hoped we'd end up something more than friends, but I was way too shy to tell you. This is so insane. The same kid who I played with in my backyard, the boy who gave me his ice cream cone after I spilled mine so I wouldn't cry, who studied with me for finals the whole last week of school, likes me. I don't know what to say. You just kiss me. I'm sorry. I just need a second to. That really happened, right? I feel like I'm gonna pass out. My hands and my legs are shaking. I've got butterflies in my stomach. No. It's fine. Don't apologize. This is totally fine. This is one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I just didn't expect it. You know, tonight, just out of nowhere, you kind of did a sneak attack on me with that kiss. I love you. It feels so good to finally be able to say that. I'm in love with my best friend. We've got the whole summer to spend together. Well, when we're not working. I can't wait. This is gonna be so great. So do you wanna go back inside? It's supposed to be warm tomorrow, but it's kinda chilly out here on the deck tonight. Although, I guess that gives us an excuse to keep holding each other like this to stay warm, huh? Yeah. Let's stay here for a while. Okay?